Hello and welcome back to Select Start. I'm Andrea.
And I'm Cobra.
And we're playing Tyranny again. So last time we posted on Reddit and somebody commented on our video actually.
Ruaka, I believe it was.
Yeah, Ruaka. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
He was mentioning that we should make our decisions based on the character roleplay instead of on, like what we want to achieve in the game. And I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. We got a little lusty after that.
Yeah, well, I saw that fire sigil. Well, I think Beanhilda is a climber, though. She wants to get that fire sigil no matter what, so... Let's see. Oh, here's Mocking Blaze.
Okay.
Can I talk to her?
I think we could, right?
Yeah. The prisoner is from the Tarkis clan? Then he's not just any oathbreaker. He's one of their leaders. Aurora signals to her men by dragging her hand across her neck. No mercy for those who foment rebellion. Find a post and string him up. If his wounds don't kill him, thirst, starvation, and infection will do the rest. All must be given a chance to find absolution in service to the Scarlet Chorus. The mage points a finger at the disfavored officer. And you know full well this has always been our way. He has a chance to be slave or soldier. Only then do we feed him to the pigs. Oh. I tire of this nonsense. You keep recruiting these oathbreakers, then you fail to inflict order and they defect. And we have to fight them all over again. I will not let another one of these South Knobs come back to haunt us.
South Knobs.
South Knobs? Hold on there, Aurora. Using some harsh words. Well, I insist this oathbreaker be taken to the voices of Nerat, leaving us at an impasse. Fortunately, we have a Fatebinder here to settle the matter for us. The chanter turns to you, an expectant smile creeping across her face. So, what say you? What should become of this prisoner?
Here we go. Fatebinder business.
Fatebinder business. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I guess I don't really know So, what's the story with this oathbreaker? Like, how did he break his oath?
Well, Ruaka also said that perhaps I should refrain from spoiling certain details.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I think that's probably a good idea, right? We'll let you discover everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that was in the past, right?
Perhaps, but
but I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
Kind of like you would probably know about Graven Ash, but they haven't told you yet, etc.
I see.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it sounds like he was conscripted, but then they rebelled. So that makes him an oathbreaker.
Yes, oathbreaker.
Yeah. I feel like he's already had his chance. If he wanted to join the Scarlet Chorus, he could have joined already. So, one chance to surrender is enough. Oh, I've gained wrath. Happily, this one will pay for Drastus and all my other brothers and sisters that perished here in Vendrian's well. Aurora nods to a nearby warrior. You heard the Fatebinder. Kill him, but make an example of him. Find a post that's not in use, and string him up. Aurora gives you a solemn nod. Until next time, Fatebinder. I know you have important business in the valley. No point in keeping you. She snaps to a salute. For the glory of Kairos.
Cool.
Oh.
All right. So
should I talk to people? Is it worth it to talk to people?
It often is.
I can rob this corpse. Oh, great.
Is it corpse robbing or is it repurposing?
I think I prefer to call it robbing because I'm evil.
I see. Okay. And you like to be as evil as possible.
Yes.
You don't need to call it anything other than what it is.
Yeah, exactly. I take it you're the gopher everyone's talking about. Are you getting the lay of the ruins or just avoiding the archons? We picked this area clean months ago. All that's left are some old stones, and that prize off in the distance. She nods to the towering spire above the citadel. What do you want?
Yeah, she's getting a little sassy
I
with
think she's
you.
a bit sassy. I'm going to say that. It's how I speak to you. Only just arrived in camp and you think you know more about breaking a siege than the rest of us? She huffs and shakes her head. Uh-oh. I'm going to say you will address me by my title. Is that understood? Whatever you want to call yourself, it's none of my affair, she shrugs. Fatebinder it is, then. Well, she respects me more, though.
Yeah. Or, well, the Scarlet Chorus does.
Oh, the Scarlet Chorus does. Okay. You'll find no lack of titles in the Scarlet Chorus camp. We make them up as we go. Verse, if you let her off the hook that easily, she'll tell everyone in her gang about it. A crimson spear would have cut off her ears already. Ah, Verse, I see you're running with the Fatebinder now. Did you lose another group already? Take care. The army is running low on Scarlet Furies thanks to you. Oh my god. I'm gonna slap her. She's so annoying.
She is annoying.
She reels from your blow and looks up at you with blood trickling from the side of her mouth. The Fatebinder shows her claws. Good. Maybe you can slap some sense into the Disfavored as well. Kairos knows they could use it. Well struck. A little bravado goes a long way with the Scarlet Chorus.
It didn't seem to go that far. You got
It didn't.
disfavor with them, right?
No, she gave me some respect.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she gave me some respect. Let's see. What do you know about the spire? I know how to tell time by its shadow, and that it hurts my neck if I stare up at it too long. Really, it's no different from the spires in the north. Big, ugly, and inaccessible. It's strange that the Vendrian people built their citadel around it, but there's no accounting for taste.
Tell me about these ruins.
This place used to be an actual fort. When Cairn came through, the Archon of Stone pulled down most of the masonry with him. She spits an impressive glob of phlegm. Ooh. Cairn. Cairn is the Archon of Stone. Okay, master of earth and soil, destroyer of mountains and cities. Cairn is the reluctant leader of the Earthshaker Guild, though he is less their teacher and more their object of study. The massive Archon is sworn to graven ash, and provides arcane support to the disfavored war effort. Interesting. Not sure if it was intentional, but he left that old statue in one piece. It's carved in the likeness of old Queen Lycaris? Lycaris. She scratches the back of her head, smirking. Strangest thing, the statue started crying blood all around the time of the war. I like to think we clobbered the Vendrian guards so badly that their ancestors could feel it.
So that must be that weird skull bleeding eye statue.
It started crying blood as soon as the war started, huh? Okay, so the Vendrian Guard is the army of the landlocked realm of Apex, defenders of the central region of the Tiers. Named for House Vendrian, the ruling dynasty of Apex, the Guard has a reputation for being as resilient and stubborn as the mountains themselves. Ostensibly beaten by Kairos' armies, and forced to surrender in 429, the Vendrian Guard resurfaced in 431. Oh, so this is the oath-breaking, I think. This is, they're brazenly defying the Overlord's rule. So the Vendrian Guard is the Oathbreakers.
Okay.
So they were supposed to be, they were beaten, they were supposed to be doing the bidding of Kairos, and now they're rebelling.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Be seeing you, Fatebinder. The side of her mouth jerks into a grin. I'ma slap that smirk off your face next time, girl.
Yeah, you really can be evil because basically you outrank everyone.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't.
So not only can you be evil, like, to the people you're conquering, but you can even be evil to the people who are on your side.
Wow. Oh, okay. Every spear is honed and oiled, ready for battle. Oh yeah, that's a disfavored rack of, of stuff.
Yeah, definitely not Scarlet Chorus.
Yeah.
They're lucky. They're lucky to get like a rusty spoon.
Wow. Okay, so I have to go somewhere. Right?
Can't
I believe
do
you
that.
go to the lower right.
To the lower right?
Lower right.
Oh, lower right.
I believe you go
Over
down
here.
there.
There's nothing there, though.
Is that not an exit?
Oh,
down there?
I see. Oh, I was like confused by the
Yeah.
by the terrain there. Wow.
Ooh, Tarkus Deimos. Should I do him?
Yeah.
You there! Muttering through a mouth full of congealed blood, Tarkus Deimos hangs from his stake. End this, I beg you.
Oh. I'm pretty cruel. I'm gonna
Do you
make
want
him.
You should read your options,
okay.
because often it's like talking and stuff. And
Oh, I see.
unable or unwilling to, because I don't even know what you selected now either. So.
Yeah, I made him stay alive.
Okay, cool. Suffer.
Suffer.
Unable or unwilling to muster the strength to reply, the Oathbreaker turns away, wincing in pain.
No, I'm not gonna put you out of your misery.
End this.
I told you to leave that guy alone. Oh. The Oathbreaker Tarkus Demos hangs from his post, his eyes showing only faint signs of lucidity. Now I'm gonna leave him alone.
Yep.
No, I say you that you
Can't do
leave
that.
my guy alone, and you didn't. So now I'm gonna make you stay alive forever.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh.
Yep. It's a little weird. You have to click that
Okay.
icon.
So I'm going to the Disfavored camp.
Mm-hmm.
3 hours. Wow. Okay.
A 3-hour tour.
Wow. 3 hours later, I'm here. Almost. Wouldn't that be terrible if they made you, like, sit there for 3 hours?
Like on a cart or something.
Yeah, exactly. Slowly swaying cart. Oh,
Should I? Oh, you want to do her?
you should be her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hail, Fatebinder! The disfavored scout nods at your approach. Camp's on up ahead. Don't mind us. Just clearing out the rabble. Would be him.
Yeah. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavored lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll, but she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I'm not allowed to trade one thing for another? It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. Let's see. Does he? I don't know. Yeah, I don't care. That's you.
Oh, right you are. We'll take care of this vulture. The Crescent Runner nods to you with a knowing smile. So that was basically sort of a opportunity for to ply the situation to your benefit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't really see any benefit to me. Oh. Slow down a moment. I know we're both eager to watch the Archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. What's that? The voices of Narat told me that you've come as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? I'm gonna ask her, what else has the voices of Narat told you? Only that I could find you in Edgering ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stink of the Matani River. She laughs, but there's a forced nature to it. Why so suspicious, Verse? It's just a feeling I got. When the Archons are together, the air gets as taut as a bowstring. Can't help but think that no amount of compromise will get them seeing eye to eye. I'm pumping her for information. Why do you think the Archons are at odds? I've been with the Scarlet Chorus since the early days of the Conquest, so I can say it's been building for a few years now. There's an energy about those two, like a pair of storms moving to collide. Verse, you're so eloquent.
Yes.
I heard tell that Graven Ash and the Voices of Narat shared some bad blood in Northern Empire, but I don't know any of the particulars. I'm gonna say by my authority, the Archons will fall in line. That sounds exactly like the attitude to set this campaign in the right direction. I don't envy you the task of getting them to cooperate, which sounds about as easy as teaching a tornado to heal.
At least
I'm
you
gonna
sound like you
say-
know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. Should I tell her? I'm here to deliver an edict
I'm
from
gonna let you
Kairos?
kind of figure, because the problem is I know so much about the story already. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
can't-
think I should try to influence your decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I should tell her because then she might get, like, freaked out. I feel like she would get... She doesn't need to know. She doesn't really need to know that I'm about to deliver an edict. So I'm gonna keep that information from her.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep tight-lipped.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep tight-lipped.
After all, who is she? Just a peon, after all.
Yeah. Hey, don't let me hold you back. I'm sure whatever you're here to do is important enough that you don't need me stepping in your path. The war tent is just past the center of camp. One last thing. Be careful around these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Oh.
So you can
Doesn't
see
think
there's
very
little
highly
love
of
lost
them, yeah.
between them.
Should I walk around? Is it worth it to explore?
I can tell you to go up there is not that useful at the moment.
Okay,
But you do have to go through there.
these gates. I'm gonna talk to you.
Well, look at you. Our gate... Oh, this is... Okay. Our gate crasher from the court is still in one piece. The guard pounds his chest plate in salute. Welcome to Disfavored Camp. Always happy to have an honored ally pay us a visit.
Oh. The helmet is hard to tell a face. No, I'm gonna go with, I'm sorry, but with the helmet it's hard to tell a face.
No reason for you to remember me. I was 2 files over, 1 rank behind. The Longbeards in the Legion were so mad at having to, in their words, babysit 2 nons novice, but you fought well. Not as well as us, but certainly better than those dumb pukes in the chorus.
Oh.
Go on in. The soldier gestures towards the gate. The Archons are expecting you. You'll find them in the war tent, center of camp. Raven Ash protects.
That's a fun greeting.
Yeah. Should I do him?
Yeah.
Hail to you, guardian of the law! The man dressed in merchant finery greets you with a smile. If you have a few excess rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if the disfavored suffer a merchant in their camp, that must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. He points to his collection of shields, rations, satchels, wineskins, and other sundries. Take a look and see if something interests you.
I want to know about this guy. How did you come to work with the Disfavored?
Hard work and good suppliers. When Tunon's men came to my village, all the merchants were given different lists of what they were or weren't permitted to trade. He smiles, hand on his hips. In Kairos's wisdom, my record must have been a good one, because I was given the right to trade in all manner of goods. Most importantly, arms. Not a lot of merchants can legally sell weapons. It was like that even before Kairos.
Let's look at his wares.
Pentabor rubs his hands, eyes alight. Let's see if we can find you something you might like.
Oh.
I got this axe here, got a bronze dagger, got a bronze hammer.
Yeah.
What if we
Brotherhood
did that?
Stout.
Narrated
All
the inventory.
I got cheese, I got fish, I got fruit, I got grain, I got some healing potions.
Oh.
You need healing potions. I got a sigil of frost core, you got some blood moss and some camping supplies. You need some camping supplies.
Oh boy. Okay. Now, Pentabor, you can just let me look.
Oh, I already know this sigil, so
Yep.
I don't need it.
This is stuff we do want to keep our eyes open for, but yeah, this
Okay.
one we already know the core, frost core.
Okay. Do I want to have camping supplies?
That can be useful if you want to heal up while out in the field or something.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't need anything right now. I think I'm fine.
Yeah, probably.
I just wanted to take a look, but maybe... Oh, he isn't... That was everything. That was everything he had.
Exactly.
Alright. Nope. Rona. Like the hardware store.
Rona's a hardware store?
There's a place called Rona, isn't there?
I
It's
don't
like
know.
it's like Home Depot.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it before.
Oh. Are you really American? Actually, it might be Canadian. I'm not sure.
It
I've
might
never
be.
seen one here.
I'm guessing it must be.
Sorry, I can't.
Bitter Quip. I like her name.
Or his. it
His
looks
name.
like.
Oh, his
Bitter
name.
quip. Glory to the voices of Nerat. Projecting his salutation for all to hear, the grinning blood chanter raps his staff against the ground as you approach. Fate binder Beanhilda, I presume. His smile quickly retreats, giving way to a sour scowl. I am Bitter Quip. I am here as emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. Bitter Quip looks at you impatiently.
Ah. What is it like working with the Disfavored?
He scoffs, looking away from you for a moment before sniffing and returning his attention to you. Reporting to the Iron Hag is an insult. She fought one duel for her title? One? Her leadership must be continuously proven, earned, and defended. Weakness should be bled to the bottom of the army, not rise to the top.
Oh. Iron Hag.
I think, guessing that's his nickname for her.
Oh.
My assignment here is also an insult, but one I will bear for the good of the chorus. Bitter Quip sniffs the air, smiling with one side of his mouth. If only to see with my own eyes the failure of the Disfavored. That will be a fine day. He really...
Wow.
Nobody... They hate each other so much, these two.
Yeah, they really do. What can you tell me of the Scarlet Chorus?
The chorus is the future of the tears. I feel only derision and pity for those who fear our inevitable ascension. Bitter Quip looks at you with a raised eyebrow. What in particular would you like to know?
Oh, let's go through everything. Tell me about the voices of Nerat.
He is supreme commander and public servant. He who sets us free but directs all. Bitter Quip smiles as he talks, his face turning flush. The voices of Nerat is the epitome of what each of us can be. A magician without equal, and the leader of uncountable numbers.
Magician without equal.
The voices and the chorus are one, conquering, expanding, growing, changing, always stronger. Bitter Quip pounds his staff on the ground. Glory to the voices.
How did you come to join the Scarlet Chorus?
The doctrine of strength speaks to me, and I answered its call, as did some of my arcane peers. I took to the chorus almost instantly. Unlike most, I cried not for the life of comfort lost to me. Magic invokes fear and terror, and I easily established my dominance over a pack in my early days in the chorus.
Impressive, Bitter Quip.
If you're so curious about it all, Bitterquip smiles, lifting an eyebrow, perhaps you should visit our camp and see for yourself. I'd like that.
Yes. What is your role in the chorus?
I'm a blood chanter. My magic can turn the will of a man and the tide of battle. I have not held command for 3 years now, though being forced to keep an eye on the Disfavored is not the reward I had envisioned for my service thus far.
Sounds as if you really like the voices of Narat.
That sounds like an insult.
Yeah.
Quip blinks several times and scowls, saying nothing. There you go.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah. Wow, bro, you really like the voices, huh?
Yeah, jeez. That's all for now.
Bitterquip looks at you as you depart. Nods as you depart.
I'm gonna talk to all y'all. Oh, this is like... These are people who are keeping
Can't
an
do
eye on
that.
them.
I'd say that's worth a second glance.
So if you see, over on the right, that box just turned a color.
Oh.
And we heard like a little sound.
Sorry,
Okay.
I can't.
That means we discovered something
Ooh.
hidden.
Agate and garnet. I'm just robbing your camp, no worries.
And I believe this tent, you can actually go into it.
Yeah, I fear that it will start an event,
I
though,
see.
so I want to look at everything first.
Okay.
I am Lucia. This is Marcus. The disfavored soldier points to the armored man next to her. And you must be the Fatebinder. From under her helmet, you hear an audible scoff. We've been assigned to babies.
Assigned to your hospitality, Marcus quickly interjects, while you remain on disfavored ground. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you?
Marcus, tell me about yourself.
Not sure there's much to tell you. I trained at Fort Resolution. This is my first campaign, and I'm proud to be with the Legion. I was wounded at the gates of judgment, but Graven Ash's protection mended me good. I owe my life to him.
Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear to the gut? You really shouldn't boast about a filthy tearsman besting you in battle.
Man, she
Lucia
is just
rolls her
nasty.
eyes. She might see the back of my hand soon.
Ha, you're just bitter that Lord Ash never seems to notice you. In all seriousness, I would take that spear again if it brought honor to the disfavored. Kairos knows we could use it. We are the elite fighters of the Northern Army, but somehow we still lack the Overlord's confidence. He shakes his head and sighs.
Lucia, tell me about yourself. I do this. She unenthusiastically lifts up her heavy shield. And I do this. She mockingly stabs at the air with her spear. Lucia shrugs. Playing host is not my strong suit. Ignore my sarcasm. I've seen the Legion through my share of the campaign. After so much bloodshed, our pretenses of honor can wear me down. She turns a cautious eye your way. The North is my home, and I consider each and every one of the ironclad bastards in this camp to be family. You won't find another army where each member of the phalanx is as beloved and cherished as the next. You seem handy with a weapon, Lucia. Oh, insufficient reputation. Oh, no.
Interesting.
I know a thing or two about spitting foes who are stupid enough to challenge me. What of it?
Easy, Lucia. We don't punish curiosity here. No need to fly off the handle on the basis of a simple reflection. They train us well, Fatebinder. The Archon makes sure that our potential is realized before we reach battle, so most of us keep a cool head when we see any action. He looks at Lucia with a frown. Most of us, I said.
How have your skills fared in battle against the Oathbreakers, Marcus?
Wait, is this all a ruse? Did Tunon send you to test the army's training in grit? Because I won't stand for it.
Oh, I riled him up a little. What's it like serving with the disfavored? Sorry.
Lucia's got-
Will you calm the fuck down, you tangled fishnet of nerves? This is after how many head wounds you took last week? Stop looking for enemies behind every shadow. I guarantee you'll be disappointed. Oh, look at her portrait.
Yeah,
She's
very
face-palming.
Face-palming, yeah.
Face-palming. Oh my goodness. What's it like serving with the disfavored?
In spite of our name, the Legion commands more honor than any military on the face of Tyranny. Unlike the chorus, there is tradition, discipline, teamwork, and unity of purpose. Marcus looks across the camp. There aren't many of us, but it's better that way. We're a tightly knit family, bound together by trust and glory.
Accurate enough, Lucia shrugs. After seeing the disunity and bickering of the younger realm defenders, I feel lucky to be in the most agreeable legion of Kairos' host. Even if we're not always the most efficient. If the legion boasts so much honor, why are they disfavored?
I'm afraid that isn't for me to say. Others around camp might be able to tell you more, but I don't freely discuss the great general's history to outsiders.
Oh. But you'll say that it involves the great general, which is already a telling clue, idiot. She's facepalming again.
Drat. At least the Iron Marshal isn't within earshot, or I'd be washing my mouth out with wormwood.
Look at him scratching the back of his head. Ooh. Oh, should I get some training from them?
You can have a look at what they offer.
Okay. Marcus, I'd like some training.
Of course, Fatebinder. Marcus pounds his fist on his armor in salute. So he could train one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, and parry.
Okay.
Which could be useful, perhaps, for the other gal. What's her name? I've forgotten it.
This
Verse.
Okay.
Yep.
Verse might want to do parrying.
Parry could be useful for her. We could
some
also see what the other person has to
weapons?
offer.
Yeah, I want to see what Lucia has to offer.
Hail and well met.
Well, if it isn't the Fatebinder.
Oh, you want? What can we do for you?
Lucia, I could use some training. Finally, some fun to break up the monotony of this siege.
Thrown weapons, dodge, and athletics. Okay.
Okay. That could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to train some dodging.
Yeah, it's definitely
I'm gonna
useful.
do some dodging.
I think dodge was your ability to dodge projectiles, if I'm not mistaken.
Should I spend all my coppers on it?
You actually won't be able to.
Oh.
You can only do a certain number of ranks per level.
Oh, I see.
So
2 out of 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
you won't be able to break the bank.
Alright, well, maybe I'll max it out for this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be a dodging machine.
And that can help you sort of like rank things up that are kind of going slow or you just haven't had a chance to do much of yet, but you want more of. So.
I want to discover more stuff around here. Oh, there's like all this. There's a star down there. Is that just oh, that was the store. Okay.
And a lot of times what you can do is mouse over the minimap to see exactly what that's supposed to be.
Ah, okay.
I appreciate your comprehensiveness in
Sorry, I
exploring
can't.
each of these places.
Yeah, I have to get the lay of the land first before I go.
And also, it just kills me, like, as soon as one of those secrets popped up, you know, like that purple box, it was like, oh my god. There could be items everywhere.
Yeah,
And so,
there could be.
Inevitably, I had to just walk everywhere and try to find
Oh,
them
what's
more.
this? Oh, it's locked.
Yes. You might be able to unlock
Can't
it, in
do that.
fact.
No, it said. Oh wait, maybe.
Yeah, because I think
subterfuge
Verse might have the
30.
necessary subterfuge.
Got it.
Ah, nice. Beast blood pollen. Oh, cool. Removes the status effect. Oh, lesser sigil of strength.
That's awesome.
I'm taking it all.
I believe that one increases the power of a spell, so that's a really good one.
Okay. What's this? Is this like a tourney ground? Merely stares at you. Wow. That's grim, dude.
She won't talk to you.
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Lady.
You only have verse selected at the moment.
Oh, oops. Whoop.
Is it time to go into the tent?
It's time to go in the tent. I've
All right.
explored this place thoroughly. Going in. Yeah, this is pretty interesting.
Yes, very, very interesting.
Yeah.
I really like this game.
It's really cool. Oh, look at them glowing. Wow, cool. Okay. I'm gonna talk to these guys.
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff on the ground to punctuate his words. A large and imposing man to begin with, his profile is made larger still by his hulking suit of armor that hums with mystic energy.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
The Archon of Secrets passes a scepter between his hands as he speaks, twirling the rod in hypnotic circles. Emerald luminescence seeps from the seams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is most noticeable where his neck ought to be. His mask seems to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally. He doesn't have a neck.
Or a body, for that matter.
Whoa.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Verse whispers fearfully as she beholds the Archons.
All right.
Oh. I'm gonna clear my throat.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
That seems the more likely option.
Oh. Yep. Oh, would you like to be Iron Marshal?
Okay. My lord, the Fatebinder. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought it was Graven Ash. Okay.
Yeah.
My lord.
You're this guy.
Yeah. My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. The disfavored commander raises her voice. Oh, it's a woman. Trying with little success to speak over the Archons. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guest speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
Whoa. The Archon of Secrets twirls his scepter in a twisting loop, his leather-wrapped hands flipping the heavy rod with an effortless flow. I'm going to say, are you two just about done? Actually, no, I think I'll cough audibly because I want to see more of them picking at each
I
other.
see.
I want to see more of like what's going on in the valley because it seems like they're
Right.
giving away a lot of information.
Yeah, they are actually saying a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I thought you had left agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy stink all over it.
The Archon of War lurches forward, resting his weight on his war maul as blue luminescence crackles around his armor.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ash's Folly in your honor.
The voices of Narat tosses his scepter into the air, catching it as it descends back down. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to be silent. I want to be as judgmental as possible later, so I want them to like spill every bean.
All right.
Yeah.
If I could
That's a good
trust the
strategy.
information I get from you and your conscripted mouth breathers, perhaps I'd order my cohorts around a bit more aggressively. But last time I trusted your all-clear report, my troops failed to come home.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, Ash, old boy. If you're going to have a little sob every time one of your nieces or nephews dies to the tearsman, perhaps we should have Siren sing you some calming lullabies to help you cope with your grief.
The Archon flips his scepter 3 times around, humming gleefully. Oh, I haven't been highlighting those. Shit. Oh, I should have been. Oh, he was trying to tell me something. Oh, man. I missed all of that. You hear the voices in your head. Take care that you don't learn too much, Fatebinder. An excess of knowledge, of curiosity even, can earn unwanted attention. Oh, yeah.
That's really interesting.
Interesting, right? He's telling me something.
I didn't catch that in my own playthrough, so that's pretty cool
really?
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what he was saying before. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess he's on to me. Oh, it's you.
Hold your tongue. I will I will not have you denigrate the honor of our fallen brethren. The commander's hand moves to the hilt of her blade, though the weapon stays sheathed. I'd be doing us all a favor if I cracked open that excuse for a head. That's just rude.
The 5th eye. They bicker like children, do they not? The 5th eye's grating tenor pierces the tension in the tent, and all eyes land on the crimson spear. I, only meant to say welcome. Welcome to our guest, the Fatebinder. The armored retainer bows with rushed inelegance, then rises to a salute. And not a moment too soon. Awkward.
You've gained favor with a Graven Ash. Okay, so, Governor Beanhilda, long have we been honored by your iron. Now we are honored by your presence. I must apologize for my lords. Tempers run high of late.
I'm not going to bow to them because they just, talked over me for a long time. I'm gonna glare silently.
Ah, the fire starter has arrived. Welcome, welcome. Our agents tell us such lovely stories of what you did at the Vellum Citadel. Have you come bearing another fragment of Kairos' wrath in tow?
You have no idea.
We were worried you'd never make it. So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
The Archon of Secrets turns his attention to you. The frozen rictus, fashioned into his bronze mask, greets you with a permanent smile. How did you know about Drastus? I would like to know that. The Archon of Secrets chuckles softly, saying nothing.
The voices of Narod has all manner of eyes and ears. It's safer than not to assume he's listening.
I'm gonna say, are you all done bickering? I have an edict to proclaim. Guys. Or no, I wouldn't say it's an honor to be here. It's not.
Dear Binder, we won't be done bickering until the last of Ash's hair falls out. We'll pause for you to read your little missive. Go on, don't keep us all in suspense. Once again, you bring us support in a time of need. We fondly remember your service to the chorus in the taking of the bastard city. We knew back then you were destined for great things. But we had not anticipated you would be twice honored with the task of proclamation. So, do not keep us waiting. What is the Overlord's will?
There's lots of stuff to highlight here. Conquest decision. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
so they're
that was-
talking about when I helped them
Yep. Mm-hmm.
so that I could get the sigil.
Yep.
So the Overlord's loyal servants must hold Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all in the valley will perish. So Ascension Hall is the throne room of the Queens of Apex.
That's basically what they've been tasked with taking, and they haven't yet.
Okay. Day of Swords, the 26th of every month or span, is Kairos' day. Oh, Kairos Day!
Oh, right.
It's a day of holiday and rest for all within the Overlord's empire. Each Kairos' day is the last day of its span and is referred to by the span's name. Kairos' Day of Swords, therefore, is the 26th day of the span of swords. Oh, interesting. It seems you need some encouragement to work together. Kairos' edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley unless Ascension Hall is claimed by Kairos' Day of Swords. Or, in honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kairos' Day of Swords. Okay, so I could be kind of respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I could be diplomatic, like, it looks like you guys need some help here.
Or
We're all gonna die.
A little bit sassy, right?
Yeah.
And
or
then,
I can be like, I'm fucking disdainful of your failure. I think I'm gonna go with disdainful.
All right.
Yeah. That
Really
seems like
milking your evil overlord persona.
I feel like Beanhilda's very judgmental, and she's
Okay.
been listening to them bickering.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, guess what? You guys suck.
I think you actually wrote that in your Reddit post. You called
Yes.
yourself Beanhilda the Judgmental.
Yes.
So it's perfect.
That's her character.
The earth sways with each word you utter, the air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. Its every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now nearly buoyant with vigor.
Ooh. Proclaiming the edict gave me an extra burst. Gave me an adrenaline rush. Ooh.
That is so cool.
Wow.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive.
Yep.
We'll need to advance across the Matani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
The Archon of War taps a finger against his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard.
So, you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
Oh, what's he saying when he passes his scepter from one hand to the next, chuckling softly with each toss? You hear the voices in your head. Watch him squirm. So many tears over irreplaceable, expendable, useless soldiers. I miss the old Archon of War. You'd never see Blood Echo in a blubbering mess over a few dead killers. He'd use the knuckle bones of his best disciples for jewelry, and even made a breastplate out of his dead brother's ribcage.
Wow.
Because that's how a real man deals with grief.
And his name was Blood Echo.
That's how a real man deals with grief. I shall wear your ribcage upon me. Alright. Bicker all you wish, you're just wasting valuable time. Are you too daft? Is it your indecision in bickering that necessitated this edict? Oh, it is your indecision in bickering. Learn to work together or we're all doomed. Remain silent or... They call you the Archon of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful. Oh! Oh. I think I'm gonna use subterfuge there. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna say they call you the Archon of Secrets, but you don't seem to know anything remotely useful. Because I'm gonna call him out. He seems to know a lot, but he's not sharing the right information.
I see. Okay.
And so, as a judgmental person,
I like it.
you know what? You should be pulling your weight, Archon
I
of
second the
Secrets.
Fatebinder. Thought you had the memories of one of those Oathbreakers rattling about that bronze gourd of yours. Would Kairos' mighty spy master please enlighten this gathering of allies with some scrap of strategic insight?
I gained some wrath from him.
You did.
From voices. But Verse is now more afraid of me, which I
Yes.
think is good in this context.
It can be good. We can discuss that later, but yeah,
Okay.
it can be good in certain cases.
Yeah, and Graven Ash certainly is happier with me. Oh. The Archon of Secrets turns his head to the side until the face of his mask has turned around and a new facet of the mask presents itself as facing forward. When next the Archon speaks, the trembling voice of a younger man can be heard.
Our river was to be the bulwark, but with the tidecasters slain, what hope remains? It's so cold in here. Help me, please.
The Archon turns his head far to the side until the previous facet of his mask now looks forward. Whoa. The use of the term Our River suggests this is the voice of the late Matani Janev, ranking member of the Vendrian Guard. The wealthy House Matani owned much of the realm of Apex before the coming of Kairos, and the major river in the valley bears the Matani name. Whoa, he absorbed him?
Yeah.
Did he absorb him into his essence? Whoa, that's so crazy.
Our sources tell us the Oathbreakers had some sort of magical trick in store. But this knowledge is tinged with fear, trepidation. If we make a move for the Matani, we suspect the Oathbreakers will mount a counterattack that is equal parts valiant and futile.
That voice, who was it?
That was Matani Yanev, former noble of Apex and one of the leaders of the Vendrian Guard. Back when they were half-respectable enemies that knew how to lose with dignity. When the Guard first surrendered, Yanev presented himself to us. What he knew, we now know.
Then enough talking, there's work to be done. Our lives hang in the balance because you two bicker like children. Now go solve this problem you've started. Or no more sitting idle. I expect the Disfavored to be on the march at once. Voices of Narat, I trust you are done acting the clown and will have your horde ready to march with all haste. I'm going to say... Our lives hang in the balance because you two bicker like children. Now go, solve this problem you've started. Oh, they both dislike me for that one.
My Lord Barrick and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak, regardless of the latest enemy movements. Wow, I'm having such a hard time reading this. It's really difficult. Sorry. Along the river, I will dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes, clapping her gauntlet to her breastplate. Sorry about the reading, guys. I'm like kind of far away from it, and yeah.
And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the Disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley. Okay.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
You better not mean that she's gonna murder me in my sleep.
I won't let you down, boss. She'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as she doesn't do anything too stupid.
And, Fatebinder, one last thing. We still haven't forgotten how you handed over our agents to the Disfavored just before the burning library sparked into being. We would be a fool to believe that Tunon sent us an impartial Fatebinder, but... prove us wrong. Prove us wrong.
I thought that was pretty impartial. That was an impartial decision.
Of course, it's in the eye of the beholder, I suppose.
That's true. The Archon twirls his scepter one last time, then taps the fifth eye on the shoulder, and the two depart. You hear the voices in your head. Suit yourself, Fatebinder. The more you ignore us. What's that mean?
I don't know. That he's dangerous, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put this guy down. Stop twirling your twirlidads at me.
The fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end.
Well, okay, so we're just about done, I guess, with this
This story arc?
conversation,
Yeah.
right? But it's getting really long at this point. Should we keep going?
Well, I think that we could end this here because we've sort of finished this conversation, right?
We may or may not have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's end here.
Okay.
And we'll pick up again in our next episode.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you liked, please hit like. It really helps us out. And if you enjoyed and you want to keep following more, please hit subscribe.
Yeah, and if you'd like to leave a comment for us about, I don't know, anything that we're doing right or wrong in our videos, please leave a comment either here or in our thread on Reddit, in the Tyranny game subreddit.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.